Hey there, Bacon Barons! On this episode of a series I am rightfully calling Bacon and Bourbon, we're gonna discover a delicious bourbon that was created back in the 90s. Even though the distillery was originally founded in the late 1700s. Buffalo Trace! This deep amber whiskey has a complex aroma of vanilla, mint, and molasses. Honestly, it smells like bourbon to me. Wait. I'm getting a little hint of, nope, just bourbon. The Buffalo Trace Distillery was originally founded by Hancock Lee in 1775. And then in 1886, the distillery was named the George T. Stagg Distillery. In the early 90s, the Sazerac Company acquired the distillery and renamed to Buffalo Trace. That happened before 2000. Hey Buffalo Trace, I was on your YouTube channel and I gotta say I was really disappointed to not see an episode of Over the Fire Cooking Bacon. I think you're missing out on a delicious opportunity. Like seriously, you could do Buffalo Trace Bacon Roast. You should look it up on my channel, The Bacon Roast. Check it out. It's delicious. It might not seem delicious, but it's and it would be really great. It would be a really cool episode to see on your channel. Just saying. Just throwing it out there. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna take 2 strips of Kirkland thin cut bacon and about 4 ounces of our Buffalo Trace bourbon and bring the 2 together into this tiny vat. And then we're gonna marinate them in the fridge for at least 36 to 48 hours. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take these 2 strips of Kirkland bacon and just kinda ease them into this vat slowly. Not like, you don't wanna shove them in there like a forced fall or an accidental hand loss, from the movie Batman when the Joker fell into the vat of the acid at the Acme factory, and it's because it was a setup from the one guy, because the one guy was going after the one guy's woman, and then he fell because Batman couldn't hold on to his glove and he just went into the vat. You don't want to do it that fast because you want to be able to just slowly set the bacon down on top of the other bacon into the vat. And then I'm gonna just rinse my hands off here. And then we're gonna take some of this Buffalo Trace bourbon and we're gonna dump it into the vat. So technically this is a reverse fall, like the vat is being filled up with the bourbon versus the bourbon in the vat with the bacon then being slowly lowered into the vat. Have you ever seen the acid vat episode of Rick and Morty? Wow, it's like the guy slowly, never mind. Anyway, we're gonna marinate these bacons in the fridge for the next 36 to 48 hours. We'll see you then, Bacon Barons. Oh yeah. It's been around 48 hours and our bourbon bacon combination is ready to be panned. Let me pull these bacons out of the fridge here. Oh yeah, our Buffalo Trace bacon in bourbon is ready to be panned. And let's go ahead and get these bacons panned. Oh yeah, look at that. Look at that fat to protein ratio of this bacon. Beautiful Kirkland bacon. Just put it on the pan here. Make sure it gets all on the pan. Oh yeah, there we go. Shaking it off. And yeah, I'm excited for this. Now that we got these bacons panned, it's time to herd this bacon into the oven at 375 for 25. $3.75 for 25, or until it's nice and crispy. Hey there, Bacon Buddies! This episode of Bacon with Billy is brought to you by 5 Star Aquatics. Check out the link in the description below. You know, when I first came across this particular bourbon in my adventures wandering the baconverse recently, as I ventured across prosciutto plains, I came across a buffalo. But this just wasn't any buffalo. The horns were made out of spiros of crispy bacon. This, my friends, was a Bacalo. It turned and glanced back at me. If I had to be honest, we locked eyes for a long time, a very long time, a very uncomfortably long time. I really felt that it was looking into my soul, or maybe I was looking into its soul. I got lost in its glaze, and then it snorted, and it got me out of the gaze. It wanted me to follow it, so I did. I followed this Bacalo. Together, the Bacalo led me across the prosciutto plains and through the greasy grasslands to a river flowing of bourbon. As the light rolled over, it seemed to glisten like a fountain of molten gold. These, my dear friends, were the bourbon banks. The air is thick with porky perfection. The air is thick with porky perfection. Let's retrieve our crispy treasures and give them a taste. It smells absolutely delightful in here. We let these bacons cool off, but they look good. Oh yeah. Just dab off this bacon grease to make it a little bit healthier. All right, let's give this bacon a little try. A little taste, and taste it up. It's hot. It's definitely hot. It's very hot. It's all hot on my fingertips. Hot on my fingertips. This bacon is pleasantly sweet with a nice note of brown sugar and spice. You can really taste the smoothness. You can definitely very much taste the smoothness of the bourbon and the bacon. I mean, this bacon has some serious depth. It's like a stampede across my taste buds. The taste of this bacon is more complex than my high school calculus class. The finish is as smooth as melted butter. Overall, this Buffalo Trace bacon and bourbon is pretty good. You can really taste the Buffalo Trace, the smoothness. Really smooth as like melted butter. Hey, thank you so much for joining me on this episode of Bacon and Bourbon Blitz. There's a lot more bacon adventures here on Bacon with Billy. If you have not already, like and subscribe or leave a comment below. I love reading the comments and hearing what your thoughts are on an episode or the channel or ideas. There's not any shortage of lists of ideas, of course. But on this channel, Bacon with Billy, we're traveling across the baconverse, exploring the versatile deliciousness of what bacon is and pushing the limits of what bacon can be. And I would love to have you along for the adventure. So I'll see you in the next episode. Please like and subscribe. And let's enjoy some bacon together. Bacon deliciousness. Oh yeah, that's good stuff.